Hey everyone, hope you're well. Thanks for joining me, and in this video we're going to discuss how you can use a swing plate to help you with your over-the-top swing path. So there's two ways primarily in which I use it with my students. I'll show you the first way, which I've kind of already set it up, and the second way we'll move into in a moment. But just a bit of safety advice for these two drills. You'll see me use this throughout the videos, but we would advise using some tubing or a pool noodle just to slide over your alignment stick here. But for the purposes of this, I am going to remove it. But just in case, you know, your golf club's coming down and it's going to come into contact with the stick, it just glances the pool noodle there, so you're not going to scratch your club or anything like that. The setup of this drill is quite important, but once we've got it right, it's pretty easy to repeat. You've got the swing plate, and as you notice there, it's set to an angle at the moment. So what is over the top? Well, generally, it's when the golf club starts to go out into that zone over there, whether it's in front of the hand path as we deliver the golf club. So you might see shots starting to the left and or curving to the right. So if you suffer with a fade or a slice, coming over the top is probably what you're doing. Working it up and down into this area here could be a way which you use it. But here's an even better way to actually do a few practice swings and hit a few balls. I've set the cane to the angle of my 7-iron shaft. I'll show you how you do that really quickly. So we're going to stand to an imaginary golf ball there, and I'm going to use the cane now to match my 7-iron club shaft. And hopefully you can see that is pretty much about correct. For reference, you can take a note of what angle that is on the reading, or lock the pivot in position if you're only ever going to use your 7-iron, for instance. But obviously this angle will change slightly depending on, you know, if you start to use a pitching wedge for this drill, for example, the stick will be a bit steeper because you're closer to the ball. If you start to use a 5 or a 4-iron, the stick might be a degree or two shallower because you're further away. Placement for the golf ball is about 4 club heads inside of this stick that we have in the base of the plate there. That stick is running into the alignment tube on the swing plate. So now what you can see is we've created a nice swing path window where I've got to stay under the yellow cane all the time. What you'll be struggling with as an over-the-topper is on that downswing, you'll start to open your upper body too much. The shaft will pitch out and you'll start to swing the club over the top of the yellow line and across the golf ball. So what I want you to feel in the downswing from a technical perspective is allow the arms and the club to just start to lower down your chest and your belly a little bit. So now we're into that area there, we're in the slot, and then we can open up. So it's going to create some really good feedback for you. Practice swings first, then when you're comfortable, onto the golf ball. Okay, that felt like a really good strike for me there. I really allowed the club to just gently fall down, and then I opened up. The second way in which we can use the swing plate to work on this is, in my opinion, my favourite method in the coaching bay. So we're going to have the golf ball, we're going to have the stick pretty much over the top of the golf ball, pointing pretty much at your target, that alignment stick, or slightly to the right of it, if anything. For reference, that alignment stick, the end of the alignment stick is just over a grip length in the air. If you wanted, you could make a note of where it was on your club shaft. So at the moment it's level with the letter X on my club shaft. If you wanted to drop it a bit lower, you can, to make it, you know, a little bit more difficult for you. But don't go having the cane really close to the ground and the golf ball underneath that. It's going to be too difficult, not realistic. Another side note, you'll notice the golf ball is around a club head this side of the alignment stick there. We don't want to have the golf ball over that way. When we take our setup, I can still see the golf ball, but that's now unrealistic. I'm going to find it too difficult. That would be an extreme into out path there. Again, if you were just doing practice swings to a T-peg, not the end of the world, just to make that change. But as you can see there, if I were to actually deliver the club from that much of an inside position, I might start hitting blocks, hooks, another set of problems. Again, I'm quite far away from the plate here. We're not going to hit the ball from here for obvious reasons. This would be a good one to slide that pool noodle over the alignment stick there, just in case we did start to come over the top. It's only going to strike the foam pool noodle there. So let's do a few practice swings. I'll show you the drill. So up to the top, start to feel that club in that area, and then moving through, I'm going to open up, which is going to create that nice neutral swing path at the bottom. So let's have a go on the golf ball. Ball's in the right place. And those of you that come over the top will really be, if you're new to this drill, you'll love this one, because you'll always feel that you're hitting the outside of the golf ball. This drill here is a game changer, because you start to hit the inside of the golf ball here. Lee Trevino always talked about hitting 7 o'clock on the golf ball, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. Well, clearly with this drill here, that's encouraging us to train that principle there. Okay, felt good, struck it nice. So I hope that's helped. I hope you've maybe thought, that's really going to help me, that drill. As always, any questions, please fire them over. Happy practicing.